I was watching the M7 tournament, and I learned a lot of times the team don't like to pick very squishy and easy to gank marksmen, which is the majority of them. So instead of picking a marksman, they'll rather pick a fighter, and one of their favorite pick is EC. So I wanted to see for myself how efficient and powerful this kind of lineup really is. Their lineup is usually bad news for the average marksman. Saber, Brody and Tigreal can really make it very difficult for your typical gold laner, but this time I'm playing CC, so let's see how it goes.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Usually you want to play quite aggressively right from the start, since CC has the tool to easily regain her HP.
First blood! Catch this frosty rhythm!
Sometimes I like to freeze the lane, but this time I saw that Roamer was creating havoc in their jungle, so I decided to clear the wave quickly.
Even the stars are dancing! Feel the beat! Bye-bye, troubles! You have slain an enemy! Handmade! They know me best! Ally has been slain.
That was so clutch by our mid laner. But this is exactly the kind of aggression you want when you play such a strong early game heroes. Also, I don't need to go back to base because I can just regain my HP with my skills.
Ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain. How about it?
They are trying hard to gank the gold lane, and that's usually the correct play. But in this instance, this CC they are trying to gank, so it's a lot trickier to get a successful gank.
I really gotta stop raising the alarm clock.
Vexana thinks she's being helpful to their marksman, but actually by staying this lane for so long, it's just hindering Brody's farm. And I've seen a lot of inexperienced mid players doing that.
Glisten like fresh snow.
They are trying so hard to gain the gold lane, but they know it's quite futile because this is quite tanky. That's one of the biggest advantages of playing a non-squishy hero as the gold laner.
Did I freeze the stage again? Superb control. Ally has been slain.
Remember that you can use your allies or enemies to double jump with her second skill.
Enjoy the cheers. Bomb to ice. You have slain an enemy.
I was starting to understand why the pros prefer to pick CC for the gold lane.
Bye-bye, troubles.
Damn, even their EXP is involved now.
A perfect snap. Hey, chill out. Enemy has been slain. Double kill.
Our Roman knows there's always a feast whenever he comes to the gold lane. Quite smart.
Not ready. Feel the beat. Bomb to ice. Killing spree. Double kill. Bit off me, but good effort. First blood. Initiate retreat. Understood.
Saber is usually the one bullying the gold lane, but now the roles have been reversed.
A perfect match. Unstoppable. A bit off me.
Let's see if we can finally take down a turret. Remember that her first skill also affects buildings.
You destroyed a turret. Initiate retreat. An ally has been slain. An enemy has been slain.
There's a party in the bot lane.
Ally has been slain. Initiate retreat. Your worries have been a perfect snap.
Even after all the nerfs, CC still remains so strong. That's nuts.
You destroyed a turret. Enjoy the cheers.
I don't have Purify yet. I can play that aggressively though.
Your voices are the perfect accompaniment.
Nice initiation by Roamer.
Great initiation. What you really are having is
We have 4 fighters on our team. What a crazy lineup. Is it the fighters meta?
your team destroyed a turret.
Saber, you're supposed to be hunting down the gold laner. What happened?
Legendary.
Great play!
Good game.
Superb damage! That was amazing!
Enjoy the cheers. Enjoy the cheers. Well played. Your blue glow sticks are like our bonds that never melt. A perfect snap. Ally has been slain.
Esmeralda wants to have a manly 1v1. Bring it on.
Your team destroyed the turret.
A new challenger has appeared.
Hey, Bob the Ice! Feel the beat! Enjoy the cheers! Enjoy the cheers!
Caesar is such a menace of a hero.
How about an icy treat?
Finally they're distracted enough for me to push this.
Good game! Oh, my
Great play!
It felt like a game of chicken, with neither side willing to make the first move.
Feel the beat! Glisten like fresh snow! Oh, enjoy the cheers! Bomb ice!
and whoever made the first move lost the fight. Tigreal was truly trying his hardest. I felt quite bad for him. Well, this clearly shows how strong CC can be in the gold lane. I think another game will make this even more convincing. Let's go for another round.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Lately, I prefer clearing the wave as fast as possible, so I can join the early skirmishes if there's one.
Glisten like fresh snow!
No way, Chloe really thought it was a good idea to exchange blows with a CC.
Perfect accompaniment!
I thought all I needed was one more basic attacks to kill him. Welp.
Glisten like fresh sparks of ice! Feel the beat! You have slain an enemy!
Not gonna lie, it just feels so much better playing a fighter in the gold lane than squishy marksman that everybody just want to gank. You don't feel that hopeless.
Request backup! You have slain an enemy! Request backup!
Chase till the end.
Killing spree!
Let me clear the way.
Made? They know me best. Feel the beat! Request backup! Initiate retreat!
I really didn't think Chloe would stay to fight me. Maybe I can convince him to stay even longer if I give him the illusion he can win this fight.
A perfect match!
Solo kill.
Mega kill! Bye-bye, troubles! A perfect match!
Firm AoE.
Ally has been slain. Unstoppable!
With a marksman, you can never do such a thing. Just going full Rambo.
Request backup!
Understood.
Oh, Fred didn't wanna fight. He's very tanky, so he believes he can handle CC.
Enjoy the enemy double kill. Enjoy the charge of ice.
Solo kill.
No contest at all.
But good effort. Your blue glows are like our bonds that never melt. You destroyed a turret. Elite. The enemy has slain the turtle. A perfect match.
So many wombo combos.
Good
Firm AoE. Brilliant tanking.
You destroyed a turret.
Sissy seems to be a good counter to Xun, since her ult can make her attack all his clones at the same time.
Feel the beat! Bomb ice! Legendary! Better not miss our next song! Enemy has been slain! Perfect for the finale! Ally has been slain.
Sissy is such a fun hero, just constantly jumping around and there's nothing they can do.
Initiate retreat! Enjoy the cheers!
What an absolute menace.
Solo kill.
The light troubles! Your team destroyed the turret! Team destroyed the You destroyed the turret! A perfect match!
I think we're going to start seeing less marksmen and more fighters and other roles in the gold lane. Some other really good candidates include Freya, Lunox and Arlux, to name a few. Anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for your time and see ya.